So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna have to cut out the beginning of this if I can. I'm gonna try to find a way. All right. Well, welcome to the stream. If you're here, that's great. It's nice to see you back again. Um, had more technical difficulties with my phone. Still don't understand why. Still not getting it. I don't know why this mobile stuff doesn't work with my phone. I'm not getting it. I'll have to figure something out. It's driving me crazy though. Anyway, let's move on. So, welcome back. It's definitely summer now. It was hot today for sure. Had a little bit of rain later on in the day, but it was a nice warm day. So that was kind of cool. And everyone's getting their rigs open for the summer. Everyone's getting excited. A friend of mine just pinged me today and said, "Hey, I got my rig open today, and everything's good, and everything's working, and my furnace turned on, and all that stuff." And I'm like, "Hey, that's great. Good for you." Um, a friend of mine on the East Coast got her first RV. Congratulations to Monique on that. And I talked to her today for a bit, so she's getting excited for her summer. And yeah, so she'll be looking at the RV series on the channel as well to get some tips and tricks. It's her first RV, so that's exciting. I love it. I think it's great. Like when someone gets their first RV, it's like when they get their first car, when they get their first motorcycle, their first Harley, and yeah, motorcycles are motorcycles and Harleys are Harleys. That's just how I am. Sorry, but so yeah, that's pretty exciting. I really like that, and I hope nothing but the best of adventures for her touring around with that new trailer. So a couple of questions that came up this week. I actually had somebody send me one. It was a link to a video that was on. They got it on their Facebook feed, and it was an RV technician talking about RVs and fixing things. And the person sent me the link and said, "Hey, Dave, have you ever heard of this?" And what it was the RV technician was explaining, pre-trip checks and stuff like that, which is great stuff, right? And having an RV technician that's very knowledgeable is nice to have too, because we all have to keep track of our stuff, making sure that we're all mechanically sound. But one of the statements in the video, he had said that he was doing some warranty work. And he specifically stated that, hey, everybody, just remember, not all RV manufacturers will honor your warranty if they find out you're living in the rig full time. So we've talked about this on the channel before. We talked about this during a live a while ago, and it is a real thing. And I know people kind of go, "Well, how would they find out?" Well, it's not their first day either. You know what I mean? Like, um, so if having that information in advance and making sure that if you plan on using it for full time use, to take a look at the manufacturers that build their rigs to that. I'd say to that quality for full time use, because some rigs just they're made for seasonal use, weekend use. They're not made to be lived in all year round type thing. So anyway, take a good look at that. Take a good look at the paperwork that dealerships provide for the manufacturers, and do some online research as well, and figure out what manufacturers may void your warranty if you're living in it full time before you buy. That's just my opinion. Well, it's not my opinion; it's a true thing. But my opinion is you should get out there and do your research and make sure you're not going to get caught off guard. Um, the other one that came up this week, and a friend of mine had popped by, and we were talking about traveling this summer. And as you know, we bought a house, and we're doing kind of a homestead thing along with the rig, and we're kind of half and half for now until we figure out what the future's going to bring. But he asked me, he says, "Well, Dave, do you really think that this full time RV living is a fad? Is has it been done?" And we had a good conversation about it, because one of the things that I've always looked at is like right around when we had the global issue in 2020, 2019, 2020. A lot of people started full-time RVing, either because they chose to, and unfortunately, some people didn't have a choice. Some people lost everything, lost their jobs, lost their livelihoods, and had no choice but to live in an RV or in a trailer, forcing them into a full-time lifestyle. I think that big push saturated the market, I guess, or saturated the lifestyle with people, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. And I don't really think that it was that the you want to call it a fad is over, because I don't really look at it as a fad. I look at it more like it's a lifestyle choice. So and whatever variation you do within that lifestyle is 100% up to you. So if you're living full time and traveling full time, or if your rig is stationary and you're never moving, you're living in it full time. Well, then that's your circumstance. But is it a fad and has it run its course? I don't think so. I don't believe it has. I think the easiest way to tell is when you're when you're driving on the interstate, during the day, going to a campground, whatever. Take a look around and see how many campers are out there, because there is no shortage of trucks and trailers and fifth wheels and Class A's and C's bombing around for sure. And now that the summer's getting closer, those people are getting back into traveling and going from campsite to campsite, doing their vacations and stuff. Now, having said that, we're going to segue into a little bit of another thing, and it wasn't a question, but it just makes me having this conversation about full time RVing. Reminded me that there is going to be in the next little people on the roads that are experienced RVers but haven't driven in 6 months, or people that have bought their first RV and they're towing it for the first time. There's the people that they've been RVing for 20 years, and in their own minds they are rock star drivers because it's their rig and they've been doing it for 20 some years. So um, the roads are going to be not full of those people, but the roads are going to start getting those people on them. So when you're out driving, whether it's your car, your truck, whatever, and you see some RVs around, some trailers, going down the interstate or the highway or whatever, just kind of remember that, the person behind that wheel might be the first timer, the overconfident guy, or the guy that's just kind of rusty because he hasn't driven in 6 months. So just be aware of that, and give them a little bit of space. If you're driving your rig, you know, make sure that you're doing everything that you're supposed to be doing. For spacing and stopping distances and not hogging the lanes and crossing into other lanes and stuff like that. So I know there's the not the unwritten fight between tractor trailers and everybody else on the road, but just remember that the tractor trailers are out there, and there's not a lot of space between the side of a tractor trailer and the side of your rig. So drive extra defensively when you're towing your rig, or driving your rig, whatever style you have, because it is that time of year. So just be ready for that. And that's all the questions I got from this week. It was a fast week. I was busy doing a whole bunch of other stuff, and I didn't get a lot of people send me stuff. So that's that's the way it goes. But there'll be a new video dropping next week. I have a video lined up. I just need to do some final editing to it, and it'll drop probably next Friday, or actually it'll probably drop either Saturday or Sunday. I'm not really sure yet. I have a lot coming on because I'm opening up my rig this weekend. So the winter is over here, so I'll be getting the rig open. So it may not be done for the weekend. So exciting times. So there'll be some upcoming footage with the rig and with the truck and Moby and stuff like that. So that should be good. So thanks for tuning in. I hope you got something out of it, and we'll see you next Wednesday at 7 p.m. on the live stream. Okay, we'll talk to you later. Cheers.